Hello and welcome. This is just another video for location intelligence, educational purposes. We're continuing from the other two videos, so we're using cat owners as an audience across Canada from 25 to 44. And yeah, let me walk you through location intelligence. So this is our geospatial tool. It's going to give you a bird's eye view of the concentration of your audience across whatever regions you're looking at. So in this case, we're over Toronto. Red means a high concentration and blue means a low concentration of cat owners specifically. So we can see here downtown Toronto has a much higher concentration of cat owners. What else can we do with this tool besides seeing what is going on in each region? We have a couple map views. There's electoral district, there's postal code, traffic maps, and so on. So you can always check those out. I think 99% of cases and use cases are using FSA. So I'll stick to that for today. First thing you may be interested in doing is putting points of interest on your map. For example, if we are working on a campaign with Whiskas, we want to sell more cat food, we might be interested in overlaying pet stores to see, where are the pet stores in terms of pet owners. So if we type in pets, let's see what we got. All pet services, Petco, PetSmart, pet store. What else we got? Some funky little thing going on there. I guess we'll leave it at that for now. Petco, Petcetera, Nestle Purina. Sure. So we'll add these to the map now. And now we can see where these stores are located around Toronto. So first thing you'll see is these orange marks. These are the stores. If we click on them, we can get a traffic summary. If we set a date and time, so in the last 7 days, I'm able to see how many people walked into the store, how many of them belong to my audience, and also the most popular sort of times of day and days of the week. Okay, so we've loaded up here. We can see the address for this PetSmart is 75 Gun Road. It's a store. The traffic summary is 3,220 total impressions from start to end date, with 264 of those being from our audience of 3 million. Okay, we have the impressions, hourly and daily impressions, so we know when the best time to potentially, put up advertisements or when we should expect more people to come in. We also have a drive time for cycling and walking around the location. You'll note that cycling and driving is pretty much the same thing. Yeah, there's lots of stuff to play with in here. Okay, so that's it for POIs. The next step would be for non-vendors. If you're not an out-of-home vendor, you'll pretty much only have these two buttons. So from here we can say, pet food boards. We select the company that you're interested in, knowing about. So if I want to know which boards Pattison has available or which boards are just there, I can select Pattison. We can select the category to narrow things down a bit to maybe street level and billboards. And I only want extra large and large. Okay, if you leave digital and orientation empty, it will just mean there's no preference. So you can leave those blank if you choose. Now we get a nice replica of those billboards that I filtered for across the city. So now I can form a battle plan and say, okay, I know where my boards are, I know where my stores are, and I know where there's lots of cat owners that I can push to a store location, or maybe a good place to put up a new store as well, right? Maybe there isn't one in this location that could benefit from being, in between all of these. There's a lot of use cases within location intelligence, and it's difficult for me to tell you exactly how to use it, but I can show you what it does, okay? Because everyone has different uses for it. So you can scan out competitors by POI. You can, look for places to put new stores, for example. You can see where the boards are. And the biggest power, I think, in this tool, besides overlaying and getting specific board information like the traffic summary and that stuff, is the export. Okay, so let me walk you through this. The first selection is FSA data with out-of-home selection. So that means any FSA with a board that I've selected on the map will load in an Excel file. Okay. The second one is postal code data. If you are going down to a postal code level, if there are postal codes on the map, you will get those on the map extracted. Okay. So it's based on the size of your map. Finally, or the third one is a points of interest data. This will be current selections, so PetSmarts, the stores, all point of interest data. And the last one is exporting out of home boards near store locations. Okay, let's see if I can share this now. Let's get this one too. When you select export out of home boards near store locations, you're able to put in a kilometer radius. That way it stays relevant to the store that you want without bringing in too much extra data. Okay. Let me see if I can switch which screen I'm sharing now. Okay, we're back. So let me show you what this looks like. The FSA data will have every single FSA in Canada, and the out-of-home selection will appear if there is one within that FSA. You get an FSA population versus an audience size, as well as density and an index. Okay, we're also going to, yeah, this is what you get in there. Okay, you can also see the cities and stuff. Stores and panels looks a little bit different. Okay, so this is going to pull the PetSmart, and it's going to pull all of the boards that are within that location, including the panel ID, the lat and long, the distance to store, and so on. So all of this information is very valuable if you know how to use it. Again, different industries have different uses. So you'll be able to go through all of this and get that. So yeah, really you just want to use these exports because they summarize all the information as best way possible, and it also lets you make pivot tables and filters and stuff like that. So that is it for location intelligence. Again, it's really just a great visualization for boards, custom POIs, audience densities, and um, concentrations. And then the exports is the real power where you can play with this yourself. Okay. If you have any deeper questions, make sure to get in touch with me. I'm happy to hop on the one-on-one or whatever that's needed. But that's it for now. Thank you very much on location intelligence. See you.